All right. I'm not typically too much for making videos, but I've had a ton of books to put away recently, um, and while they're still right here, I figured I might as well try shooting a quick video. Right here in frame, we have Star Wars Clone Wars 1, first Ahsoka Tano, um, the signed copy, and we have Star Wars Kanan number 6, the first full appearance of all those Star Wars Rebels. With the Ahsoka show finally on Disney Plus, it seemed kind of relevant. Like I said, I typically don't make videos. When I first got started in this, I watched a lot of videos, and some of the haul videos were, where I became familiar with a lot of comic covers and what the significance was. So as I said, I've got a lot of books here, and I'm going to see how much I can get through in a manageable time. I know nobody wants to sit here and listen to me for hours. So this is really going to be a lot of bargain basement dollar bin type of stuff. Things happen, life happens. I probably wasn't purchasing for about a year. And now I've been out hunting again, but I haven't purchased too many big books, and whatever big books I did purchase probably didn't wind up here. But yeah, let's get going and start going through some of this stuff. So right here we have X Factor 4, the first appearance of Frenzy. Everybody knows that X-Men is going in like a whole new direction. And I just have a feeling that characters who weren't very relevant, important, or were strictly the villain type, that seems to be changing with some of their new directions. That's a copy that I picked up. I'm not exactly sure. It's probably. I mean, I probably spent $1 on it tops. Here we have Tales to Astonish number 81, the first appearance of Boomerang. I haven't paid too much attention to the new storylines, but when I was reading a lot of new comics, he was Peter Parker's new roommate at one point, and whatever, just more FaceTime with Spider-Man, and it seemed like it's a cheap Silver Age first appearance. Not the best cover, not the best look. Obviously, he's modernized, but it is what it is. $20, I figured I'd pick it up. Here's another one of these, X-Men characters who, this is the first appearance of Exodus, X Factor number 92. This one, for some reason, I paid $6 for. That seems like a bit more than I typically want to spend on this. But Exodus, is, last I read, he was on the Quiet Council. He seems to be getting a lot of FaceTime in the new X-Men titles. This is Cloak and Dagger number 5. It's the first appearance of this character right here, Mayhem. Honestly, there's really no reason to be buying this other than it was 50 cents. And sometimes I get into dollar bins, 50-cent bins, and I can't really control myself. I'm in an area with a lot of shops, you know, and there used to be shops that regularly had comics for 10 cents, 25 cents. That seems to have gone the way of the dodo. Seems like 50 cents to $1 is about the best you're gonna do now. And here is the modern reprint of Captain Atom. This is number 84. It's whatever, he's got new powers and a new costume. Again, kind of whatever book, but for $1, why not pick it up? Here we have, so this one would be number 83, I believe. Yeah, Captain Atom number 83. This is the first appearance of Ted Kord as the new Blue Beetle. That was also $1. I don't know why I've kind of been into Jack of Hearts lately. This is Marvel Premiere 44. First Jack of Hearts solo story, that was $1. Marvel Premiere 35. First appearance of 3D Man. There's been a couple iterations. I believe this was the first one. Again, for $1, why not? Peter Parker, number 100. Just a spot cover. Again, that was $1, I think. I hit a pocket of some Web of Spider-Man. I mean, some Spectacular Spider-Mans. Or maybe I did hit. I don't know. We'll have to see later on. I can't remember off the top of my head. This isn't with the rest of them, so I believe the other ones might be Web of Spider-Man. And here's another one. You know, I don't really know why I picked it up. Torpedo Solo. G.I. Joe 43. That was also $1. The first appearance of Scrap Iron. You know, and if you see in the corner, you see these numbers. This is just how I no longer alphabetize, you know, alphanumeric the new books I get. I just put them in a database, slap a tag on them, stick them in a numbered box, and then if I want to find them, I can. So that's all that's about. Here we have Conan the Barbarian number 241. This was also $1. Most of these books I'm going to be pulling out for a bit here are $1. This is a 90s McFarlane cover. There's like a 3-issue run with different artists on the cover that are kind of desirable. Anytime I find a copy of this, I do pretty well with it. Here we have Swamp Thing number 50. That's the first unofficial appearance of the Justice League Dark. You see you have Demon and Swamp Thing and Deadman and Phantom Stranger and Dr. Fate. And they're not named Justice League Dark in this issue, I don't believe. But this is the kind of the first gathering of this group of characters. So now here's the Web of Spider-Mans. There's no real reason I picked them up other than, I don't really do runs too much, but here and there, like if I see, a pocket of comics in a discount bin, I kind of can't help myself, but pick them up. And I mean, who doesn't love Spider-Man? Avengers 260. This is the first cover of Nebula. That was also $1. So why not? New Mutants number 9, the first appearance of Selene. She's had a couple storylines, and again, a lot of these books I get home and I'm like, what are you doing? But still at $1, it's tough to go wrong. But again, I can get myself in trouble, pick $100 books that you didn't really want, and you could have had something else. So I try to keep myself in check, but sometimes get a little out of line. It's the first appearance of Magma, New Mutants 12, the first cover appearance. Swordmaster number 2. I'll absolutely butcher her name, but it's like G Schwang Schwang or something. It's her first appearance, and in this Swordmaster storyline, she's the main female character. They quickly switched over to him being the new Iron Fist. So the direction that was going, I don't know that it's really gonna matter. But whatever, again, it was cheap. So here's Man-Bat number 2. Now, I had seen some books that had this star on it. And so I thought there was a chance that they were Mark Jewelers. A lot of these didn't wind up being Mark Jewelers. I believe that they were sold on a military base, and whether they're before the Mark Jewelers or for some reason it didn't have them, but sometimes that star can indicate that. And I did, at the same shop, run into books a little while later with the stars and the Jewelers inserts. Here's Invaders 31, just a Frankenstein cover, swastika, kind of. It's got some interest, so I picked that up. Supervillain Team Up number 7, The Origin of Shroud. I really don't know much about Shroud, but obviously I grabbed it anyways. And this is, a Marvel reprint. I don't even know what Fantastic Four issue this reprints. I just kind of liked I just liked the cover, to be honest, and felt like I might as well grab it. Astonishing Tales number 7. So that was also $1. Has the stars. Doesn't have the Jewelers insert. That's the second appearance of Bobby Morse. Human Torch number 3. No real reason that I grabbed it. Astonishing Tales 30. Deathlock the Demolisher 32. Captain Marvel 55. That's the first appearance of this Death Grip. I think this is the second and final appearance of Death Grip. I believe he dies in this issue, so he didn't last too long. A random Hulk issue, I'm not exactly sure why I got. Arion, Lord of Atlantis, number 1. Again, no real reason why I bought that. It was either 50 cents or $1, and I just kind of did it. Here we've got Ragman number 1. That's his first appearance. Amethyst number 1. It's her first solo. Her first appearance is one of those previews like the Teen Titans, like a full 16-page preview or something. but this is her first self-titled. The first solo, Squadron Supreme. Claw Unconquered, #1. Shade the Changing Man, #1. Now, this isn't a character. I don't know anybody who likes this character. Like, I don't hear him mentioned. He just is in some of the Justice League Dark stuff. And what is this? I believe it's the Ditko cover. And whatever. A cheap first appearance that might have some relevance. Typically I'll see these in shops. You can get a copy for $5, and a dollar seemed fair. People will ask more online, obviously. Starfire, #1. Just some random Demon issues, #3, #4. Some Kirby goodness, #5, #6, #9. And again, no real, sometimes the collector in me just kind of comes out and starts grabbing stuff. Typically, if I'm spending anything more, and even a lot of the time when I'm spending $1, I want to have a real purpose for buying it. And again, a lot of these books like this, I have absolutely no purpose for buying, but I bought it. Don't know why I bought that. OMAC #1, his first appearance. It's a pretty beat up copy. It was $1, and some of the time, like, I'm working on practicing cleaning and pressing. I feel all right with moderate cleaning and straightforward pressing. But I'm always trying new things and experimenting, and I'd rather experiment on a $1 book than something more expensive. Here we have Conan #34. Again, this copy is beat. I just like the chick with the skull head. Really not much more to it. Conan 38, the first appearance of the warrior the werewoman. Can't tell you much more about that. Now this I picked up in a thrift shop. Scotty Young cover, newsstand variant. It was like $1.19. Same store. First Doomsday, the DC Universe logo. It's a pretty beat copy, but for $1 and some change, it seemed worth it. Justice League Dark #1. As you see in this in this haul so far, I seem to have a thing for Justice League Dark. I'm not huge on DC. I definitely prefer Marvel, but I think Justice League Dark is one of the more interesting teams that DC has. Here's Batman #6, the first Court of Owls. Truthfully, I wish I had already listed this. This was another $1 pickup. But obviously I still have it. So now we've got a Caliber Christmas. It's just an early Crow cover. This one I paid $16 for. I'm thinking after I press it, it might be about a 9.0 if things go well. Here we have X Factor #23, the first cameo appearance of Archangel. That I paid $5 for at the same shop, same thing, and I'm thinking that would be about a 9.0. This is a Beat X-Men 133, the first Dust. I grabbed it because it was the newsstand. When I took a closer look, it was more beat up than I think I paid $10 for it. Yeah, I paid $10 for it, and it's probably more beat up than I would have liked to have spent $10 on. Now this is a different shop. I don't know why I bought these. These were probably $1 a piece. First AmeriCop. First Free Spirit. Not that I really like any of these characters, but I think Jack Flag is the one I prefer out of these. What is this? I don't remember. This is the first appearance of Janice Lincoln. I think later on she becomes something, but I'm not sure. I feel like there's some places where I'll run into a decent amount of Captain America runs. This is the first Premax, the first Blistic. This, I don't know, for some reason I like Diamondback, and it's her first cover, I believe. I'll also pick up her first appearance when I can. She was in some of the Deadpool stuff, her and Outlaw, and she might have been in the most recent Domino series. She just, to me, seems to be the most relevant out of this Serpent Society. So this is the variant of Invincible Iron Man number 10. It's the first cameo appearance of Rescue. Again, this was $1 book. I think that after a press will be about a 9.4. Just a Ross Black Adam cover. New X-Men number 118. These are everywhere. So I don't pick them up every time I see them. This is the first appearance of the Stepford Cuckoos, and it's not a great appearance. They have there's a lot of characters, X characters that I was looking at in this time frame that have a ton of bad cameos. And this is definitely one of them. So I don't pick them up all the time. If I'm finding something like this, I'd rather it be the newsstand. This obviously isn't. Incredible Hulk 13, the first Devil Hulk. 14, first Gamma Dogs. A beat up copy of Supernatural Thrillers number 12. I'm just kind of into the Marvel horror type of stuff. This is Star Wars number 6, the first appearance of Sonya Solo. Star Wars 21, this is like the first Star Troopers or something like that. Scar Troopers. I know this had gotten a little hot for a minute, and it was something to do with the clone cartoon there that was on Disney Plus. And this was actually not the correct issue for that. But again, like with Star Wars first appearances, who knows what's going to heat up at some point, and you know, I figure I can get more than $1 for it. Generation X #2, the first cover appearance of Penance, and that's actually the real Monet St. Croix. This is another one of those X-Men characters. It's pretty frustrating because it's in 40 that she's revealed to be who she is, and the rest of the time she's trapped in this body. So you get to see her image a lot of times before you actually see her. I feel like at this point we've gone long enough. I think I'm gonna have to cut it short here before people lose their mind watching my nonsense. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in.